Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the second week of June, so let's get started. Spellbreak is a fantasy action spellcasting game where players choose a class, combine spells, and fight amongst each other to become the all-powerful Battle Mage. Mix and master to your heart's content in a Battle Royale online setting or an ever-expanding single-player story. Including over 30 playable characters and a whopping 70 companions, assemble your ultimate pit crew in Nickelodeon Car Racers 2 Grand Prix, offering more characters, more tracks, and even more game modes than the first entry. The cyberpunk action shooter set in a comic book world, Foreclosed, has you fighting against the dehumanized bureaucracy that took your identity. Unleash the power of your cybernetic implants to fight for freedom in an expansive single-player story. Air Mission HIND is an action combat flight sim based off the Russian Mi-24 HIND assault helicopter. Equip the weapons of your choice, plenty of missiles, and tackle 15 missions based on fictional conflicts set around the globe. As the evil Megatron closes in on the Allspark, the Autobots need a new commander to save the Earth in Transformers Battleground. Assemble your squad and roll out for battle that will rage on from Central City all the way to Cybertron. The retro-inspired 2D action RPG Crosscode was finally confirmed for a July 9th release, offering fast-paced combat, engaging puzzle mechanics, gripping sci-fi stories, and gorgeous pixel artwork. Gallant is attempting to recover his youth after being cursed by a witch in Effie, overcome platforming challenges, solve complex puzzles, learn powerful dark magic, and meet some friends along your path to regain your youth. Beeves is done waiting for her turn and she's ready to take on the demon world by the horns in Demon Turf. Featuring a unique aesthetic combining 2D illustrations and 3D world, pull some clever stunts while platforming your way to become the next Demon Lord. Mixing first-person shooting, stealth elements, and roguelike randomly generated maps, Maze does its best to drive you into a corner with its plethora of zombies. Do your best to keep your cool and find a way out. Offering a single-player campaign with seamless in-game cutscenes ripped out of an anime and paired with intense mech action, Hardcore Mecha gives you full control of your suit while allowing you to jump right out of it and traverse this game's rich world alone. Serial Cleaners is a sequel to the original set in the 90s, where a team of 4 professional cleaners for the mob gather to drink and reminisce about their careers. Play as each of these mobsters' handyman when it releases next year. Experience epic bosses and a multitude of bloodthirsty encounters as you build your character in Morbid the 7 Acolytes. Explore diverse corners of this game's distinct world and help out civilians rebuild their lives by ridding of the horrors in the street. Defeated many moons ago, you're finally back with your most faithful disciples to take revenge on those miserable demon hunters and rogue lords. A roguelike RPG where setting up your team is just as important as executing in the battlefield. The altruistic and unexpected Ick is back in Goner too. Her lair has been taken over by a mysterious presence as you journey through deep and dark chaotic places to fix some wrongs from the first entry. CastleStorm 2 is a return to classic fantasy and medieval madness, rife with heroic knights, enchanting wizards, and tons of undead. Raise an army, raise an empire, and strategize through dozens of interconnected missions. The Kickstarter project for Offside Legends is well underway. This fast-paced arcade thriller features fantasy-themed matches where each of the players is based on popular story characters. Taking place in the early 2000s, Go Home is a third-person horror game where you're separated from your loved ones and something goes awfully wrong. The Switch version includes new characters, a bigger map, more ghosts, and several story events. Drive-By is a cross-play vehicle combat game with a delivery twist. To win, you must hustle the most deliveries and rivalries between the other combatants. Play alone or with up to 4 players locally and online. The side-scrolling pixel art action platformer Kigen's Sword of Rewind is set in a far future Earth, where you play as Kohaku, attempting to rid of the city's past. Each time you die, however, a more powerful version of you takes your place amongst the mayhem. Each of the Devil Slayer's 6 weapons represent a heroine's crimson journey. Complete a set of challenges tailor-made to test your might, dodging, timing, and patience to see the story through to the end. Originally revealed as Namco Collection in Japan, Bandai Namco has confirmed that both Namco Museum Archives Volume 1 and Namco Museum Archives Volume 2 are releasing on Switch June 18th. Each of these arcade collections will be sold separately and digitally only via the eShop, including 11 different classic titles from their long story library. Containing the same original levels but now with a completely new art style, Alex Kidd and the Miracle World DX adds new story components, altered boss fights, new modes, and new levels to replay this classic platformer. Make your player and hit the pitch. Your performance dictates how much you grow in this fast-paced, skill-focused arcade soccer game. And after you become a star, it's time to build your entire squad. You're the Bard, a selfish rogue weary of pointless quests and rat-infested cellars. Through song, you must summon characters on your quest for coins, sarcasm, and women. Fluid movement, unique weapons, and a unique setting are the backdrop for Haak, an action platformer where ease of play is crucial to the experience, offering plenty of hidden side quests built on you actually exploring the world to your heart's content. Explore an intricate horror story that seamlessly shifts players between the past and the present and return one-way trip. After graduating, Saki went camping with some of her friends only to see them disappear one by one. Will you save everyone or just save yourself? Destrobots is an easy to play and hard to master top-down shmup based on 3 core actions: move, spin, and shoot. Combine any of these into each other to explore your enemy weaknesses. Offering an unprecedented level of freedom, Hakoniwa Explorer Plus is a voxel art action game where you punch, kick, warp, bounce, and downright eat your enemies. Feel the acceleration and a fast-paced grappling hook platformer Remnants of Naezith. Focusing entirely on your freedom of movement, let the momentum take you as you swing around making your way through 20 branching yet interconnected levels. Step into the shoes of a high schooler in the realistic life sim Chinese Parents. Study hard, have fun, and make friends, but more importantly, explore your relationship between your parents from a Chinese perspective. The nihilistic action platforming roguelike Non-Guns Doppelganger Edition is obscure in both gameplay and theme and something of a riddle that demands your sacrifice. Undertake the ever-changing gothic black and white dungeon where living and death are just one misstep away. Sumire seeks to finish a list of important tasks given to her by a mischievous mountain spirit. The catch is that at night the day will reset itself if she doesn't accomplish everything asked of her and has to do it all over again. Pugia 8 has confirmed that they're hoping to release Kigen Dull Nights later this summer, a new visual novel telling the story of 2 siblings whose pasts have been intertwined centuries past. Take part of the annual Grand Costume Ball in Maskey. Dance to the mythical sounds while keeping your balance and be sure to wear a flashy mask while doing so. Pixboy keeps things simple. Big pixels, 2 colors, and a chiptune soundtrack. Feel the retro vibes across 40 handcrafted levels. PLOID Saga is a collection comprised of Void and PLOID, which are 2 Mega Man-inspired action platformers, with Uchen 2 as an added bonus. And that's what the game announcements we'll be covering this week. There's been quite a lot of new game reveals already, and this is just the first week of this year's version of E3. Expect more surprises as the month goes. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. See ya!